ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another live stream Tuesday. I hope you guys had a good Monday and that your week has started well as well. I'm just having a quick cancellation of an advert that tried to jump in instantly there, but I can see you guys in the live chat room. Hello, thank you for joining me. Let me maybe give you guys a shout out very early on in tonight's live stream. We have Alison, Dwayne, Jennifer, Hillary, Ro, Melody Rocks, PN1123, B491C, Debbie, Howard's in there as well, Sophie, Kevin, Tammy, Cindy, Kim, Alison again, Ro again, Angela, Bob's in the house, Billy's in the house, and now it's going through too quickly for me to keep up with it. But yes, we made it to another Tuesday night, and we started with Haunted. I always ask over on Patreon for requests for the original and the cover videos, and lots of requests tonight for Haunted, so there we had it. Now, with tonight's vote for the cover video, that is working. Thankfully, it didn't work a few live streams ago, but it is currently on the go. And tonight is between Sweet Emotion and Miles Away, so you can vote for that at the top of the live chat room. I always forget to mention that at the beginning of the live streams, but it is there, and I can see that Miles Away has 60% of the vote so far. But let's get the names of my patrons up on screen, because as I always say, they make this possible, and they make everything possible that I do on the channel. So thank you guys for all of your support. The foundation of everything that I do are these people at the bottom of the screen. So there have been a few other people that have joined up, and I added their names before the live stream tonight. So this is it. If you are a patron over on patreon.com/Wings of Pegasus, then your name will go across the bottom of the screen in that direction. It might take a little bit of time now if you are a recent patron for your name to pop up, but throughout the live streams, I don't know how many times the names must go through, probably quite a few, because we live stream for an hour and 15 minutes roughly. So yeah, a lot of chance for you to get your name on the screen if you're that way inclined. But yeah, as I always say with everything on the channel, you don't have to pay for anything or donate for analysis videos or anything like that. And Patreon is exactly the same. It's a totally I was going to say conscious thing. I think I've been saying too many conscious and subconscious things in analysis videos, but conscious wasn't the word that I was looking for. The word that I was looking for, let me see if my brain can actually find it. Compulsory? Probably. That's more relevant. So yeah, it's not compulsory to donate or join over on Patreon, but of course without these people I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing, so it is very much appreciated. And let's get the donations tab up on screen, because having said you don't have to donate, I know that some people can't resist it, so I think it's important that they know between 45 and 60% goes to YouTube through the super chat window, and between 3 and 5% goes to PayPal through the PayPal link, which is in the description below. But yeah, just watching is great, and maybe leaving a comment or a thumbs up, it all really does help the channel. Now let me get the likes goal up on screen, and tonight we are aiming for we're in sequence 345 likes. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that would be very much appreciated. If we do hit that target, then we will be having Phil Jam number 305. So we'll keep an eye on the likeometer, which at the moment we can see on screen we are at 170 likes so far. Maybe we can get a bit of a spike as you guys come through the door. If you can leave a thumbs up, then yeah, we might be able to get a bit of a spike going on. And 171, not a bad start, but maybe we could do with a bit of a spike up towards 200, because then it makes it a lot easier for me to work out how many more likes we need to get to the target. But at the moment, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more complicated. But I'm going to go for 162. I don't know, but my brain just threw that out. I think that was wrong. 180, 145, 160. So what is that? 160 now? My brain isn't working. With maybe 100, 345 and 185. That means it's effectively 145 plus 15. I'm going to wait for it to get to... It's got to be relatively close, because if we get to 200, then 345 would be 145. What did I say? 160 something. Right. Whatever it was, and we're just going to have to deal with it. So I think whenever the number ends in a 5, it always makes the maths a little bit more difficult. So here we go, 155. There we go. That's it. That's the maths. That's it done for tonight's live stream. And I'm retiring from doing maths for tonight's live stream. So, right. We are closing in on 200, which is good. Now, lots of things to... First of all, address in the PayPal window, because we've had a few donations. So thank you guys for those. But I think I saw one, and the like comment is going to disappear now, because we have to exit the stream settings to see, which is, I don't know why the likes are in the stream settings, as I've said many times. But now we have to leave that window to now get to the donations window, because Jennifer has donated $5. Thank you for that. And the message is, Phil, did you get tooth taken care of? Also, in honour of the Olympics, would you ever get on a luge or a bobsleigh? Take care. Well, that's a very easy question, because no, I wouldn't. Not if I wanted to continue doing what I'm doing, i.e. Playing the guitar. And I know that for people that are very well qualified at doing it and have practiced it a lot, I'm sure it's very safe. But for me, just suddenly, getting into a bobsleigh and doing that, I think, well, if I always try to imagine that with the insurance, like the life insurance and the insurance for, what I do, that if I went into a bobsleigh and went down the course, or just basically ice, and there was something that went wrong and I damaged my hands, I already know, because it's part of the contract, that the insurance wouldn't pay out. So when I say life insurance, it's not like, I don't mean life insurance, it's like when you are insured for what you do. So it means that I'm a musician, I use my hands to play the guitar, and a lot of what I'm doing needs that in order for me to not be injured or do anything to my hands. So as part of the contract with the insurance company, it means that if they find out that I've done some bobsleighing and I've injured myself, therefore now I can't do what I do, they're not going to pay out on that, because they would say, well, that's absolutely avoidable if you just continued what you normally did, i.e. play the guitar, and then something totally out of the ordinary that I couldn't control happened, and it meant that I couldn't do that anymore, then that's when the insurance then pays out. But for that, they wouldn't do that. And I mean, not that we're kind of particularly interested in this, but I'll tell you about it anyway. So when I was in 2021, I hurt my arm, and it meant that I took a bit of time off from playing the guitar. I think it took me maybe 11 months to get back to playing the guitar, and it's still something that I'm doing rehabilitation for. But thankfully, everything that I do on a daily basis is now fine, because I'm not required to shift heavy weights or do anything like that. But when I had that injury, the insurance company sent me a message and said, just so you know, that if you injure yourself playing golf, that's not something that we're going to pay out for. But I already knew that, because I thought, well, if I injure myself doing something where you think, well, there's a possibility of injury here, then insurance companies anyway will try to get out of paying any any length if they can do. So yeah, but that is to be expected. But I knew that it wasn't something that was going to stop me doing what I do. It's just one of those annoying injuries. It takes a bit of time for rehab. But yes, there we go. Insurance talk. I mean, who would ever thought about that? Just make sure this arm thing doesn't fall down. Sometimes it falls down and hits me on the arm, and then I don't know it's there, and then I elbow it on the funny bone, and it's not very funny at all. Right, now let me see. Oh, Melody Rocks made a comment. Oh, but quickly. Oh, did I get my tooth taken care of? Not yet, but I've got the appointment tomorrow, so I'm just going to go in there, have a look, see what's going on. Did I say this on the other live stream? I don't know. But with my wisdom teeth, yeah, I had one that was infected just before Christmas, had to take antibiotics, all a bit of a nightmare. And then at the beginning of January, the other side started pushing through, so then that was painful. And then over the next, 3 weeks, something like that, they've all taken turns in pushing through. So it means I've had pain kind of top right, top left, bottom left, bottom right. So it's all a bit annoying that this is obviously the time in my life where they're all pushing through. But I had another tooth that was really painful, and from one day to the next it was not too bad, but then it was worse. But it would always be the case that when I pushed on the tooth or close to the gum of that area, then it would be painful. So it meant that I was chewing on the other side, and I thought it was maybe just because of the wisdom tooth that was kind of hurting on this side. But anyway, it turned out that I had a piece of corn under my gum for about 4 weeks, and that's why it was sensitive, because it was under the gum. And I only found that out because it got so kind of annoyingly painful that even though I had done the flossing before, and I use a water flosser as well, I got so annoyed with it. And I guess it's the same kind of feeling like when you want to pull out your own tooth because it's really frustratingly painful. So I just got some floss string, wire, whatever you call it, and I put it in the gap and just did it loads from left to right, and then it slipped underneath my gum because I was probably pushing a bit too hard. But then when I pulled it out the bit that was underneath my gum. So I thought it's absolutely typical, because the wisdom tooth was pushing through at exactly the same time as having the corn underneath my gum, which meant that I thought it might be pushing on the other tooth, and that's why it was painful. So it's almost like it was perfectly disguised as wisdom tooth pain or pushing on another tooth, when in fact it was its own entirely different thing, different issue. But I think it was probably lucky that it was just because it was, I think, from popcorn that I had in December, that it was a bit of the solid bit of corn. So it means that it was under the gum, but not causing an infection or anything. It was just there, being really annoying. And it's probably kind of quite sharp on the edge, and that's why it was hurting so much. So as soon as I got rid of that, then I felt the relief of the pain. And I thought, oh, right, well, that's what that was all about. So anyway, going to the dentist tomorrow for the wisdom teeth thing, which they've all calmed down now. So we'll have to see what they say, because I've had an x-ray and they'll be able to tell me what the deal is. But anyway, I was going to go back to this comment because Melody Rock says, are less people notified for the live streams? I remember before AV launch, we had likes up to 600. So thank you for that. And absolutely, the authentic vocal, as soon as I launched that, which was... about a year ago now. About a year. So a year ago, before that time of launching Authentic Vocal, we had a lot more people in the live streams, and a lot of people would be notified about them, and that's where kind of subscribing to the channel did work. But as soon as I made that announcement, created the other channel, everything dropped off, and it's never got back to the same level, to the point where if I mention Authentic Vocal like I did a few weeks ago, we just stopped with the subscriber count. And I think we're still on I said this, was it the last live stream or the live stream before, we're still on 519,000 subscribers, and we might get to 520,000. but it's now the 17th of February, and we used to go up maybe 1,000 every 7 days. That was the usual kind of thing for many, 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 many years. And all of a sudden, yeah, you mention authentic vocal and that's it. It's game over. People aren't going to get notified for videos. The videos aren't going to get pushed out there, which means more people won't see them. They're not subscribing. And the people that are subscribing are being unsubscribed without their knowledge. So, and I have had people telling me that. They've been reporting, saying that that is happening. So it's not something that is a mistake or making up stuff that isn't happening. It is happening. But yeah, unfortunately, this is why over on Authentic Vocal, but mentioning on my live streams as well only does harm. But I'll mention it anyway, that over on that channel as well as this channel, we are swimming against the tide with it. I mean, against the tide of the whole music industry, unfortunately, and that's why everything kind of gets silenced. But yeah, if you want to subscribe over there, you can head to @officialauthenticvocal, and only authentic vocal performances will be featured on that channel. So yeah, I think that's why the industry doesn't want that particular channel getting any coverage, because then people will go to that channel, and people who are singing genuinely and authentically will get a little bit more recognition, possibly, whereas yeah, the recording industry want their artists who are making music for as least amount of money as possible, therefore kind of doing one take in the studio and then tuning it all. They want those artists to be the focus of the mainstream media and the public as well. So trying to shift that light on other genuinely talented people is something that might not be particularly healthy for the industry, hence why everything gets shut down. But we'll keep on pushing forward as much as we can with all of the limitations that are placed on this channel and the other channel as soon as I mention it. But yeah, this is it. I mean, it really was like hitting a wall. You would go from hitting 600 likes in a live stream to then suddenly down to 200. It's like, what has happened? And yeah, it is because people have busy lives, and if 400 odd people are getting unsubscribed, if they don't know when the live streams happen, especially because I'm in the UK, the times are different, it means that they don't naturally instantly know when to tune in, whereas before they would have got the notification. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. And yeah, this is why I'll keep on pushing as much as I can, and support is required. It's just about getting the word out there as much as possible, because we can't rely on YouTube or subscriber counts. It doesn't really mean anything when you're talking about a particular subject, that the format or the site that you're uploading the videos to, when it goes against what they have agreements with in contracts with other companies like record labels, then if it goes against that, then they're going to make sure that it doesn't really get out there very much. So anyway, here we go. Look, Xplan says, I found earlier today that I was unsubscribed here on Wings of Pegasus. No word of a lie, but I am still subbed on Authentic Vocal. So like I said, I'm not making this up. Like, we've been stuck on the same subscriber count for 17 days in terms of not going up by 1,000, which would take 7 days. And sometimes even that's quite slow to go up by that amount of subscribers. So yeah, instantly straight away, we do have proof, and people tell me all the time that they've logged in and noticed that, or they've checked out the site and then they're unsubscribed, but they know that they subscribed. But it's just something that's happening, unfortunately. Anyway, we will keep on doing what we do, and you might just have to keep on. The problem is, if you hit the subscribe button and then YouTube unsubscribes you, you can never win that, because then you subscribe again, unsubscribe, subscribe again, unsubscribe. The only thing that you can do is have to mark it in your diary as to when my videos release and when the live streams are, which is 11 PM Greenwich Mean Time on a Tuesday and a Saturday. And then the videos are released at 8 PM on a Wednesday, a Friday and a Sunday. And I always stick to that schedule. So even if you're not getting notified and you're being unsubscribed, you'll know where to see the videos. Something that I saw the other day with the analytics, it was really weird. It was like there was a video where I think it was maybe like 100,000. The whole figures don't make any sense, because it was maybe 120,000 views, something like that, and it said unsubscribed viewers was like 100,000 or 110,000. I thought, well, hang on, that's crazy. Why is that unsubscribed? But then I thought, oh, hang on, what if YouTube has unsubscribed all of those people and they're returning to the video because they know the channel, and they're watching the videos because they think they're subscribed, but they've been unsubscribed, so now they're counting as unsubscribed viewers. Yeah, loads of weird stuff going on with the views, and the subscriber count, not actually moving for so long. So anyway, let's see. Kevin just said, my sub for authentic vocal is gone. You're correct. Obviously just resubbed that. Jeez. So yeah, like I said, I'm not making this up. Even on authentic vocal, we're now over 5,000 subscribers, which is amazing, but people are being unsubscribed from that. So both of the channels here and there. I don't know, it's weird because, maybe 8 months ago, something like that, somebody said to me, are you aware that you're on, he called it like a blacklist or something, but he is basically saying that I'm on this list of channels that YouTube is going to stop videos from getting out there, and stopping people from subscribing, but then also unsubscribing people that genuinely have subscribed to you. So I think, it's a bit naughty, it's a bit out of order, but it's their platform. So if they're making billions from the record labels, obviously what I'm doing doesn't help them in that regard. So it's all just word of mouth and trying to spread things around as much as possible. That's what we have to rely on nowadays, which is a shame. But we'll keep on going. I'll keep on making my videos, and this is something that very much to me proves my point about the future of the music industry potentially only going down one avenue, where everything that doesn't go down that avenue is going to be stopped, where they say, well, no, we want people to only be listening to tuned voices. We want people to only be listening to the artists that are signed to major record labels, because anything else, will take money away from the big labels. And obviously YouTube has an agreement with the big labels, so they're pushing everything down that particular avenue. And obviously on YouTube, with reaction channels who aren't saying anything about vocals or even mimed lip-synced performances, not stating that that's what's happening, it's all just pushing everything down this avenue of it's not actually real, and the singers that you're hearing, that's not their real voice. But for record labels, that's the most profitable way of creating music, where you can just get somebody who doesn't even need to be that good at singing, but you can tune their voice, and you can tune their live vocals. You can even get them to lip sync or mime live, and people on reaction channels will fuel that fire, saying how amazing the performance is and it's once in a lifetime. And I said about the Charlie Puth national anthem, how people are saying on there about how amazing that performance was, but no one's saying that it's a tuned vocal, apart from me, obviously. And this is why people are getting unsubscribed from my channel, because I'm the only one seemingly that is trying to say, well, hang on, shouldn't we really know what's going on so that you can judge it fairly on other performances? Because I think if you're judging a tuned vocal against something that isn't tuned and was fully live and authentic, you think, well, you can't compare those two things, because one of them is the result of a processor, and one of them is training and practice and working at your voice so that you can hit pitches accurately. So this is it. And I know that with auto tune and pitch correction, that is an artistic choice for some artists, and I entirely accept that. But when it comes to comparing vocals, one singer to another singer, you've got to know what you're comparing. And unfortunately, in the future, we're getting towards a point where nobody knows anymore, and everyone thinks it is a great voice and all. an authentic vocal when actually it isn't. So yeah, there's going to be an interesting video I'm going to be doing next week, because something has popped up where I've been sent a video, and I've said about this particular artist in the past that they say that they use auto-tune. They're very open about it. But now that's going to have to take a bit of a reverse, because there'll be a video next week where a person isn't being entirely honest about what they're doing. But this really does add fuel to the fire when the artist comes out publicly and says, I didn't tune my voice, I wasn't using auto-tune. And then the fans say to all of the people that might be, throwing that allegation out there, or saying this performance is auto-tuned, to all of the fans of that artist, the fans then say to those people, see, told you, this person doesn't use it, they're just that good. And yeah, in this particular case, it's a lie what is being said by the particular artist. So I'll be doing that video next week, because it's the kind of thing that, there's one thing coming out and saying that you're tuning your vocals, which I think is the way to do it as an artist, because you have to own your own sound, and you say, right, yeah, I am doing that, be totally open with it. There's the other side of it, which is just not mentioning it and letting everyone believe that you're hitting pitches there accurately. But then there's the third option, which is where you lie about it. And I think when you're lying to your own fans, that's where I draw the line and say, well, no, you can't do that. You can't say that it's a fully authentic live vocal that's unedited, and you know that you have tuned it. Yeah, for me, that crosses a line of, integrity, honesty, artistic integrity. When the people that are buying your music, you are lying to, and you know you're lying to them. So yeah, look out for that video next week. Again, if you get unsubscribed by YouTube, this certainly isn't a video that YouTube will want to push. But yeah, if you are unsubscribed, I do release, we'll try and subscribe again. But yeah, you might have to keep checking to see if you are subscribed, because you might be unsubscribed. But I release my videos on a Wednesday, a Friday, and a Sunday at 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So yeah, look out for that. We'll be jumping into that video next week. Right, so I don't know whether I can do it this week. I might be able to fit it in this week. Anyway, back into the donations, the PayPal window, because we had a few donations in there. Let me just make sure that I get to where we were. And it's Philip who has donated £5. So thank you for that, Philip. And that is a straight up donation. And Nicole's donated £15 as well. So thank you for that. And the message is, hi Phil, today is my birthday. I wanted to share this with you, and with a good virtual cake. Good live stream, kiss and rock. So thank you for that. And happy birthday. I hope you have a great day. And Bruce has donated £4 as well. So thank you for that, Bruce. And that is a straight up donation. And Paul's donated $5. Thank you for that, Paul. And the message is, catch up crew for me tonight. Spike the likes. Peace, love, and rock all y'all. So thank you for that, Paul. And it takes a while to get down to the message, because they're at the bottom of the emails now for some reason. Karen's donated £4.22. So thank you for that. And the message is, it seems like YouTube has different rules for different creators. The music industry has full reign when it comes to freedom of speech, but creators like you apparently don't. I pray that perseverance will prevail, not only for your sake, but for the sake of integrity. Cheers, Phil. So thank you for that. Yeah, and now it would be interesting to know the breakdown of YouTube and the business model, and how much they make from music. Because I was going to say, I'm going to take a wild guess here, but it's not really a wild guess, that the majority of money that is made on YouTube and by YouTube has got to be from music. It has to be, because those are the only things, really. I'd say the majority of copyright claims, content ID claims, are music. That's what they refer to. You're very rarely getting those claims that, I mean, sometimes it happens for video footage, but more often than not, it's the audio. Even if people are using the performance video, it's the audio that gets flagged, and the content ID then kind of goes through, and the record label, the publishing company, then take money for that particular video, the ad revenue. But of course, who gets the other half of that ad revenue? It's YouTube. So if you're thinking about the amount of money YouTube are making, it's going to be ridiculous in terms of a percentage of their yearly profits. So the amount of money that the record companies are making is going to be the same amount, because they're splitting it halfway. So of course, it means that they have to be on the same page. So when someone like me starts pointing out things that's going to harm that relationship, that's why, they don't want to risk losing the majority of their profits, or at least losing any money. So that's it. And I know that there are other channels that might make a lot of money, actually creators who make a lot of money because of either religion or politics. And those two things are hot topics, and will get people debating things. As I'll talk, it just reminded me, I'll talk about something in a minute about that side of things. But I don't do politics or religion on my channel, so all I'm doing is looking at music. So I guess that's also probably to my detriment, is that other channels, I wouldn't do politics or religion anyway, but other channels who are making a lot of money, that's what they focus on. And focusing on politics or religion, that doesn't step on the toes of any record labels. So they can go crazy on that. You can get channels that are maybe spreading false news or making accusations that aren't proven in any way, shape or form. People that are really outspoken with their views, and maybe you're not being entirely honest with stuff that's going on. If that's political or it's religious, then those kinds of videos are going to get people potentially arguing, and that's what means that it gets spread out there more, because it means more interaction. The algorithm likes interaction, so if lots of people are arguing about lots of different things, the video gets pushed out there more, and it means that because there's no content ID, YouTube takes half of that ad revenue, and the content creator takes half of that revenue as well. So if you're looking to try and make money on YouTube, I was going to say probably stay away from music because of the copyright claims anyway, but then definitely stay away from exposing things that are going on with the music industry that they don't want you to know about. So it's like I've gone down an avenue that is doubly dangerous. But for other channels, I know that people will see lots of channels as controversial, but they are controversial in a way that speaks to the algorithm. Therefore, they get pushed around a lot, and it's something that isn't harming YouTube at all, because there are no content ID claims. And even people that are taking news footage and news reports and just taking little bits of that, then they're not getting copyright claims for that, because they can say that if they are addressing it in a way that is transformative, they can have that under commentary or news reporting, which is part of fair use over in the USA, and it's called fair dealings here in the UK, which, by the way, is what I am covered by. So I always make sure that I dispute every copyright claim, but it still doesn't mean that they go through. When I get a copyright claim, I then dispute it, and I can't even mention what I was going to mention on this live stream, but even when it's absolutely within the law in my analysis videos, and any lawyer will tell you that, and I have lawyers that watch my channel and they tell me that, So even with those videos, when somebody doesn't want a particular video of mine to even be on the internet, then they reject the dispute. And yeah, I can't say, and it's not because what I'm saying is false. It's because they have the last one that I got, and this is actually the only one that's been removed, wasn't to do with an analysis. It was to do with me talking about my analysis, and they removed that video of me talking about it. So that's kind of gone even further now. And they claimed it as... trying to get the reason, because I thought, what? This doesn't have any content ID claim. They've removed the video of me just talking about my video. So yeah, it's crazy. And by the way, every single analysis video that I've done thus far, none of those have been blocked or removed. The only ones that have been attempted have been rejected, which is good. But in this particular case, this wasn't an analysis video. It's me talking about the analysis that I did. And that got removed. It was something about personal privacy terms and conditions was the reason, or at least why they told YouTube to take down my video. And yeah, I don't want to get into it because it would cause even more controversy. Because yeah, the first video that I did was controversial enough, but I'm just going to leave it alone. It is what it is. Just accept that, right, that's done. But yeah, it's absolutely crazy that it's the first time I've ever had a video removed that didn't include any audio and me looking at any videos. It was just me talking, and somebody has thought, well, that's even just saying what you're saying is incriminating, so we don't want people to know that that's what we're doing. Anyway, and it is what it is. But yeah, really strange. But this is, yeah, this when I say we're swimming against the tide, that's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. But I mean, yeah, thankfully the other videos are all fine. So what they're referring to is still on the channel, but yeah, for whatever reason, that me just talking has been removed. And I mentioned, I don't know how many years ago now, where I got a copyright claim. Oh no, my video got blocked on my own guitar playing. I was playing the guitar and it said that I was playing something from another song, so it blocked my video. And then I actually showed on screen YouTube where it had taken my guitar playing and said that that was a breach of copyright, therefore your video's getting blocked. So it's absolutely crazy, but I think it's just something that YouTube will try to figure out a way to get around. Get around the law of fair dealings here in the UK. But thankfully, like I've said, everything that I'm doing is totally above board, objective, and proven. So every analysis video that I've done, which I know lots of legal teams have been watching, especially from huge artists like Taylor Swift and Eagles and Bryan Adams and huge name artists who know my channel and they watch it and they've seen my videos. They know that what I'm pointing out is absolutely factually correct, so they legally can't remove my videos. But yeah, it's just very weird. For the one that does get removed, it was just me talking. Right, anyway, let's move on with tonight's live stream. Now, when talking about, and this is something that I've got to mention, the video that I did recently where I was looking at a Kid Rock performance, and yeah, a lot of the internet kind of jumped on this bandwagon of saying that it was lip synced or mimed, and it wasn't. It was a live vocal, and yeah, loads of news places reported on it. Rolling Stone magazine did an article on it as well. I've seen other high profile news places interviewing Kid Rock and asking him about it, kind of insinuating that it wasn't live. So anyway, they jumped on that bandwagon, which was false. And I've seen lots of other YouTube channels who have got hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of subscribers and viewers just jumping on the bandwagon again, saying, oh, it's so embarrassing. But they're taking the angle of, and I understand that people can't separate music and politics, but they're taking the political angle to, I don't know, maybe belittle or have a go at Kid Rock because he might not align with their political beliefs. And yeah, I'm not going to get into all of that because, as with all of my videos, they are objective analysis videos. All I'm doing is watching the video and analysing the audio. So when I see something online where the whole world has got it wrong, I'm not just going to sit there, regardless of who it is or the performance, I'm not going to sit there and allow false information to be spread around the world, because I want everyone to know everyone who's reporting on this might have another agenda, because what we're looking at here is live and we can prove it. And that's what we did in my video. So it's purely objective and it's not political at all. It's exactly the same as every other analysis video. It's requested, so I look at it. Anyway, long story short, what happened was I got an email from somebody saying that they've unsubscribed because of the fact that I did that video. And yeah, I mean, they were saying along the lines of ignorance is not an excuse, for doing a video like that. And I tried my best to explain to them that I'm not using ignorance as an excuse to do a video. The excuse is objectivity. The nature of being objective means that you have to look at everything equally. You can't say, oh, right, I'm going to look at this before, but I don't agree with their political views, so I'm not doing them. Right, let me look at all of the people who, are into politically what I'm into, and I'm going to analyse their musical performances. That's not how I roll. I'm looking at everything. So, yeah. But for that person unsubscribing, I did say to them that there's no way, it's impossible for me to align myself and all of my beliefs and views with the views of every single possible person in the world who might watch one of my videos. And that's the point of being objective, is that you do what you do and then people watch it and they've got their own beliefs and whatever they think, that's up to them. But it doesn't mean that I'm now trying to do particular videos that will only appeal to a particular percentage of the population. And I said that I don't even follow the politics here in the UK. I don't have time. And it means that, if I don't know about the UK politics, I'm not going to know about the US politics. All I'm doing is looking at a performance. So I know that, there's a lot of, and I'm not claiming to know what's going on in the USA. All I've done is analyse a performance, and that's all it is. Any other political things, that's nothing to do with me. That's other people have your own views, make up your own mind about what you like and what you don't like, and with your belief system and politics and everything. But try not to bring it into an analysis video, an objective analysis video, because that's it. All I've done is the world has said, oh, this performance is fake. I've done an objective analysis video saying, actually, world, no, it's not, just so you know. So, that's it. There's nothing political about that. So, I did say to the person that if you can't treat the videos objectively, then it's probably wise that you don't subscribe to my channel. They probably got unsubscribed anyway because of the algorithm, or they would have done. But it's probably best that if you can't see it in that way, that all I'm doing is showing that it's the opposite to what people are claiming, that's it. It's going to be very difficult to watch any video, because I look at all kinds of different performances. So I guess eventually there will be a video that might not align with somebody's beliefs, or it might not be something they want to hear about their favourite artist. So they might not then like that analysis video and they might unsubscribe because of that. But that's what I'm saying, that in order to get down these avenues of knowing what is real and knowing what isn't real, I can't just focus on a particular type of band or artist or people that align with my beliefs or political, my political standing or the particular party that I'm into. I can't start doing that, because then, now I'm being subjective. Now I'm forcing it down a particular route. or avenue. You think, well, yeah, but that's not what we need. We need a definite couple of avenues that is totally open, totally honest, and say, right, that is this performance and that is this performance. So we start to know what is what, because everyone doesn't know what is going on. And it's just getting worse. I'm seeing it on the internet every day, where you get artists who are claiming to be doing things that they know they're not doing, and their fans then go, oh wow, that's so amazing, they're the best ever. But the actual artist is lying, and they know that they're lying. So yeah, I mean, when I see it, I am going to call it out. Anyway, we are going to be jumping into tonight's cover video very soon. It's looking like it's going to be Miles Away with 54% of the vote. So what is the time? Oh, it's just gone 10 to midnight here. And right, I've got the laptop set up. I'm not sure how long the backing track is for tonight. So what I'm going to do is stop the vote for tonight. We'll end the poll and we'll see. I think it's going to be Miles Away. It's not going to be overtaken so quickly. And yes, it's with 54% of the vote is Miles Away. So we will jump into that. While we jump into that, I'll check out the backing track to see if we are indeed going to be having a Phil Jam for tonight, because we're looking for another 30 people to hit the thumbs up. So if you could hit the thumbs up, that would be great. We'll bust out the guitar, have a jam at, well, Phil Jam number 305. We've got the laptop set up. Don't know how long the backing track's going to be, so I'll check that if indeed we do hit that target. So if you could hit that thumbs up, that'd be great. While we take a look at my version of the Winger classic, Miles Away. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and I'll see you after. Rock! Okay, so quick introduction to this next video. This is more of a tribute video to Kip Winger, as I've been to see Kip in London and with his band, Winger, numerous times, and once I even went to France just to watch Winger. So this is my tribute, and it's me playing and singing Miles Away, and I hope you like it. See you later. Rock!
So this is love, or so you tell me, as you're walking out the door. Months go by and I know for certain it's not the love I'm looking for. Sometimes, just for a moment, I reach out and hope you're still there. Miles away, no, you're never turning back. I just can't wait anymore. Miles away, nothing left but what we had. Just when I needed you most, you were miles away. It's hard to tell what you're going through. You kept your feelings locked inside of you. Open your heart and chances are what you're feeling, I'm feeling too. If only just for a moment, hold on to the dreams that we had. Miles away, no, you're never turning back. I just can't wait
And there we have it. That was my version of Miles Away, the Winger classic. I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and thank you for voting for that as tonight's cover video. Now, we are one person away from busting out the guitar and having a fill jam. So if there's one person that hasn't hit the thumbs up yet, that would be very much appreciated if you could do that. And we'll have to wait and see. Now, I did have a look at the backing track, and it's 7 minutes and 59 seconds, I think. So almost 8. We are going to have enough time for it, which is good, quite a long backing track. And we are now at the target. So thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up. We are going to be having a jam. And right, I think there's been a little bit more activity over on PayPal, so I'll jump into there because Kevin donated £1, so thank you for that. And the message was, Phil, my birthday was Friday and my friend Sunny's birthday, I mean it's spelt like Sony's, but I'm going to say Sunny's birthday is today. Let's wish her a happy birthday, Kevin, aka as the Beer Stalker. So thank you for that, Kevin. And I hope you had a good birthday and that Sunny has a good birthday as well. And Connie's donated £20. Thank you for that, Connie. And that's just a straight up donation without a message. So let me make sure that we're up to date with everything there, which we are. And we might be able to get this going straight away. I feel like I've forgotten to do something. I've turned on the microphone and Cindy says Kim's birthday is tomorrow. So happy birthday to Kim as well. Everyone can say happy birthdays in the live chat room to, I mean, it'll be a bit of a delayed one for Kevin, but then Sunny, which is spelled like Sony, and Kim as well. Birthdays all over the place. So happy birthday, everyone. Whose birthday it is. Not just everyone. Be a very early or late birthday depending on when it is. So I can see people are saying Zoom. You have to calm down and give me a chance because I'm just making sure that the mic is set up. Like I said, I feel like I've forgotten to do something. So the guitar is plugged in and the amp is on. And is the amp on? If I go over to the side, yeah, I can see the lights flashing. So that's good. Okay, right, that is there. And yeah, we have to, in order to zoom out, we need to get the red dude involved. Let's see if he's actually awake today or not. Yes, he was awake straight away, which is a rare thing. So now, I mean, full disclosure with this, I'm listening to the backing tracks out of a laptop now because of the delayed problem that we had, which just hasn't gone away. And yeah, sometimes it's not very clear, but it doesn't matter. That's what playing live is all about. You don't always get the perfect mix. And the point of these fill jams is that Joe sends me a track and then we just jam to it and see what happens. So yeah, can be an absolute disaster, but that's what it's all about. Shooting from the hip. This reminds me of a video that I saw where there's a guitarist who is demonstrating playing through modes and scales, and the point of the video was just to make it as simple as possible to the playing through modes. And he played through a particular mode and he got to a point where he stopped on the fretboard because he couldn't remember which was the next note in the mode, and then he kind of took time to think, and then he kind of played it, and then you think, oh yeah, well, that is the right one. I couldn't remember what it was. And it made me think that so many players have learnt the notes rather than hearing the notes, because when he stopped, I thought, well, why are you stopping playing through? It's because he'd forgotten. It's almost like learning a set of numbers, and he'd forgotten what the number was. It's like, forget about the numbers, just hear the note and play it on your guitar. So yeah, it was interesting because it gives you an insight into how people have learned to play, that they can't hear where the note is. They need to remember the sequence in order to, like, oh, which one did I put my finger here or here? But you'd know that it could only be there because that's what that note sounds like. Yeah, it's a different, I don't know, a totally different way of playing. But anyway, the way that I'm talking about playing now, just being able to hear everything, that's how we approach these fill jams. That whatever the backing is, we just have a go, and yeah, it could be a disaster, but at least we're kind of trying to consciously sing along to something, which is kind of how I prefer to do things anyway. But this is going to be modern hard rock backing track in D minor. Absolutely typical this is, with in what, asterisks things, with scales and chords. So there you go. This particular video, if you are wanting to jam along to it, you get the scales that are all going to be written out for you, but I won't be using those. Let's have a listen. I'm just going to press play and hopefully you can hear this. As for the levels, can't really do too much about it. So let's see what happens. Okay, I can hear something, which is good. It's a bit quiet for me. I want a bit more volume. That's too loud. Okay.
past high school.
And then it goes into one of these AI videos, which are all over the place now, where they're advertising something. It's either about learning, skills, or Tai Chi with a guy who's, looks about 80 and he's got the body of a 30-year-old, and it's all AI. And all of these different adverts, selling those fitness courses, I presume. But that was Modern Hard Rock backing track in D minor, and then in asterisk things with scales and chords from Q Jam Tracks. If you guys want to check that out and have a jam along to it yourselves, if you want to, then that is the place to go. So thank you, Joe, for sending that my way. And right, where are we at? We've still got 2 minutes left. So somehow we have survived and got 2 minutes. We're actually ending before. We're not going to end before. We can just drag it out for another, minute and 45 seconds. So let me check that everything is fine, which I think it is. So just using this last minute or so, minute and a half, I'm going to be here with another video tomorrow night. That's going to be 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Just checking. Yeah, that's Wednesday. Everything is fine. And then another video on Friday, another video on Sunday. Again, that's going to be 8 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. So you guys know when those videos are getting released. I'm going to be here with another live stream on Saturday night, as always. So if you guys can join me then, it would be very much appreciated, because we will be aiming for another Phil Jam. Phil Jam, what will be number 306. So if you could join me on Saturday, that would be great. It would really help to get every single thumbs up that we can get. If you're watching this in the future on catch up, every single thumbs up really does help the channel to grow and for this live stream to get out there a little bit more as well. So yeah, every thumbs up is massively appreciated and welcome. Right, now let me double check everything. Angela donated $10 and said, well played jam tonight, enjoyed it very much. So thank you for that. And the levels were a bit weird here to begin with, because I wanted to turn up the volume, but then it wouldn't turn up, and then it turned up and it was actually too loud, so I couldn't really hear what was going on with the guitar. But yeah, we kind of got there in the end. So all that's left for me to say is try to stay as safe and as sane as possible in this crazy world in which we live. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I will see you at tomorrow night's video, and hopefully I'll see you at the live stream on Saturday night. I'm going to be there, but hopefully you can join me then as well. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys at the next one. Rock!